Hi guys! You know, it has been over a month since I've done a Disney video, so it's time to rectify that. I've been thinking a lot about Disney related things that I've just wanted to do. So I've written down a list, a bucket list. If you guys don't know what a bucket list is, it's a list of things, activities, accomplishments, whatever, that you wish to fulfill before you kick the bucket. And like the nerd that I am, I don't just have a general bucket list. I have specific bucket lists. Today I thought I would go over my Disney bucket list. Alright, the first thing, probably the biggest thing that I want to do, it's one of my dreams, is to visit all the Disney parks around the world. As you know, we have 2 Disney parks in America, Disneyland in California, Disney World in Orlando, but there's also Disney parks in Paris, France, Hong Kong, Shanghai, China, and Tokyo, Japan. And they all look amazing, and they're all different in their wonderful ways. And I've only been to one of them. Yes, I've only been to Disney World, and going to all the parks, it would be amazing. Of course, my biggest one is to go to Disneyland, the first Disney park where everything started. Also would very, very, very much like to go to the one in Tokyo, because going to Japan is just on my general bucket list. And I've heard Tokyo Disney Sea is amazing, but from everything I've seen, the Shanghai Disney Park is absolutely amazing, and I would very much love to go to it. I just want to go to them all. A lot. Next is to stay at a deluxe resort on Disney property. At Disney World, you have certain tiers of hotels that you stay at on property. There's a value resorts, which are the cheapest, the moderate resorts, which are more expensive, and then there's the deluxe resorts, which are the most expensive. There's technically another level, but you have to join a thing called the Disney Vacation Club to do that. But anyway, deluxe resorts are super, super expensive. I can barely afford a value resort, so what makes me think I can go to a deluxe resort? They're the fancier resorts, they have more things in them, they're bigger, they're just nicer. There's nothing against value or moderate resorts. I've stayed at a value resort and it was pretty gosh darn freaking nice. But I would love to stay at a deluxe resort. If I had my choice, it would probably be the Grand Floridian or the Animal King Lodge. Both look absolutely freaking amazing. Next is going on a Disney cruise. I've never been on a cruise, and I just think Disney cruises would be fun. So, you know, and there's lots of things on those cruises that you can't do in the parks. So, yeah. Next is visit a Disney park during the holidays. I've only been to a Disney park from January through June, when there's no really major holidays. But as most Disney enthusiasts know, the Disney parks go all out, mostly for Halloween and for Christmas. And I would love to go to both. I would love to go to Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, which is an exclusive party at Magic Kingdom. You have to buy a separate ticket for it, and I've seen people who attend them and they just look amazing. You can meet characters that you would never meet otherwise, and it just looks so cool. On the same token, I would very, 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 very much like to go to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. It's in the same vein as the Christmas party, but it's Halloween, and you get to meet Jack Skellington and some of the villains, and I am about that majorly. Next is go to the Food and Wine Festival at Epcot. Epcot has a couple of different festivals, one in the spring and one in the fall, and there's technically one now in the winter time and in the early year, but the 2 main festivals are the Flower and Garden Festival during the spring and the Food and Wine Festival during the fall. I've been to the Flower and Garden Festival and it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. There's so many cool topiaries and they serve a lot of fresh food. But food and wine just sounds amazing. There's so many different food vendors, and from all around the world you get to eat food from all around the world, and I'm all about the food. Next is seeing the Candlelight Processional, also at Epcot. After Food and Wine is done, Epcot transforms for Christmas, and one of their things that they do for Christmas is the Candlelight Processional. And it sounds like it's beautiful and amazing, and it's usually hosted by a celebrity, and that's cool. So yeah. Moving away from the parks, this next one is to own all the movies of the Disney Renaissance. I'm actually really close to getting this one done, and of all the things on the bucket list, this is actually the one that I probably will accomplish because I have 9 out of the 10 movies of the Disney Renaissance, and the only one I'm missing is The Rescuers Down Under. And as soon as I can afford it, I'm going to buy it. Next is collect more Tsum Tsums. If you watched my Disney collection video, you'll see that I have quite a few Tsum Tsums. I love Tsum Tsums, they're adorable, and I want more. I've seen people with very, very, very large collections, probably 4 or 5 times larger than mine, and I just want more. Next is see The Lion King on Broadway. I did a video a couple years ago where me and some of my friends went to go see a touring version of The Lion King when it played in Durham, North Carolina, but I want the Broadway experience, baby. I've always dreamt of going to New York and seeing a Broadway show, and as amazing as the touring production was, I want to see it on Broadway! On a similar token, I want to see the Aladdin show. I would like to see it on Broadway, but I've heard it's pretty fun and I just want to see it. Next is to visit the Disney lot. So this would be in Burbank, California. I'm pretty sure, you know, the Disney lot is open for tours and things like that. And I just want to see everything, especially the animation studio. I would die. Similarly, I would love, love, love to visit the Pixar lot. I'm pretty sure they give tours as well, and I just want to run into John Lasseter in his beautiful Hawaiian t-shirt. Next is something that's actually pretty doable if you're visiting Disney World especially, and it's resort hopping. There's a thing called park hopping, and it's when you go to more than one park in one day and you have to buy a special ticket for it, unless, you know, you go for free, which I did. Sad about that. Resort hopping is a little bit different. It's in the same vein as park hopping, where you just visit multiple resorts in one day, but the difference is it's free. Yes, visiting resorts at Disney World is free. Yeah, there's not many things that you can do at Disney World that's free, but visiting the resorts is one of them. I've only seen a handful of Disney resorts, and I want to see them all, and it just sounds like a lot of fun. Next is visit Blizzard Beach. It is one of the 2 water parks at Disney World, and if you don't know, I worked at the other water park, Typhoon Lagoon. It is my home park. I love it very, very, very much, but I never got to go to my sister park, which is Blizzard Beach. And even though I'm sure Typhoon Lagoon is the best, because it is, out of curiosity, I would like to see how the competition stacks up. I would like to collect more pins. Disney pin trading is huge. It is one of the biggest collectible things Disney related ever. Almost every merchandise store has pins. Almost every merchandise cast member has a lanyard, or sometimes even like a board full of pins that you can trade with. And I have a few. There are people who have 5, 6, 7 times more than I do, and I want them all. Lastly, I want to do this thing called CharacterPalooza. The special thing you get to do in Hollywood Studios sometimes. I haven't been there in a while, so it could have changed a little bit but from what my understanding is, CharacterPalooza is characters that are going to be featured in Fantasmic later on, which is the nighttime show at Hollywood Studios, and it's so good. There you can meet characters that you can't meet anywhere else. And from my understanding, there's no guarantee that there's ever going to be a CharacterPalooza on a given day. You just kind of have to stake out the area and see if characters come out, and it sounds like a dream. So there you guys have it. That was my Disney bucket list. I'm sure if I really racked my brain, I could add probably about like 10, 20, 30 more things to do, but those are the ones that I could think of, like, that I really want to do before I kick the bucket. So let me guys know what's on your Disney bucket list. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on Twitter and Instagram and Snapchat. All those will be in the description below. And I will see you guys next week with a brand new video. Bye! Duffy!